Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Summer's here, and you know what that means. It's time for the Summer Backlog Challenge. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Summer Backlog Challenge, it's pretty simple. You know, you're challenging yourself to play through and complete a few games that you have on your backlog. Now, I picked 10 games out of my backlog to beat this summer, and I know I'm not going to beat 10 games. I know that for a fact. I'm setting my goals to beat 5 games, so I think that's manageable. Let me show you what games they are. First up, for the Nintendo DS, we have Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I really need to get through this game. A couple of years ago, I actually played a good chunk of this game, but I never completed it. When I went back, I had no clue what was going on. So I told myself I'm just going to start fresh, delete my save file, and play through this game from beginning to end and enjoy every minute of it. From what I played of it before, I really enjoyed it. It's basically a point-and-click adventure. And the thing that's cool about it is that it has this cool mechanic. The main character, Cecil, dies in the beginning. No spoilers here. He dies in the beginning of the game, and what he can do, he has a power where he can basically embody objects, and he can interact with them. And it's really interesting. So I'm going to beat this game. I have to. Another portable game that I want to beat this summer is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity for the Nintendo 3DS. I'm pretty excited about Ruby and Sapphire coming out later this year, and I kind of want to try out a Mystery Dungeon game. I've never played one before, and I've heard over and over again that the story surprisingly is really good. So I do want to play through this and see if, you know, I believe what other people are saying. They say the story's awesome, and a few people even cried, which is weird. You wouldn't really expect that from a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. But like I said, I've never played any of the Mystery Dungeon games before, so I'm pretty interested in seeing what they're all about. So the next game that I'm going to show you guys is a game that I've had in my collection for a while now. And I've played a little bit of it, you know, kind of dabbled in it, but didn't get very far. So I want to try to complete this game. I really do, because I liked it a lot. And that's Final Fantasy XIII for the PlayStation 3. Now, I know a lot of people don't really like this game, and I can understand why. I mean, in the beginning of the game, or at least from what I've played, there weren't any towns. You couldn't go interact with other people. It was basically corridors, and you're running around and getting into battles. But the battle system was really good from what I remember. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. And I really liked the characters, despite what other people may think. The characters were interesting to me. And I want to complete this game because I want to get around to playing Final Fantasy XIII 2 and Lightning Returns. So if I can make it through 13, then, you know, I'll feel a lot better, because this game has just been lingering on my shelf for a while. It's about time I complete it. Another PlayStation 3 game I would love to complete this summer is Persona 4 Arena. Okay, so about a year or so ago, I completed Persona 4 Golden on the PlayStation Vita, and I loved it. It's like one of my favorite RPGs. Honestly is. Great game. This Persona 4 Arena is a fighting game, which I'm not really a fan of. I really don't like fighting games, and that's because I suck at them. But I heard that this game has a really heavy emphasis on the story elements, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more Persona 4. So I'm hoping that I could play this game on easy and get through the fighting bits just so I can see more of the story, because apparently this game picks off somewhere at the end of Persona 4. So I want to see what the gang is up to. I want to see what's going on, what this game has to offer. And there's a new game coming out, a sequel to Persona 4 Arena coming out this fall that I'm interested in as well. So we'll see how it goes. I have a few Xbox 360 games on this list, but top-notch priority is probably going to go to HITMAN Absolution. I heard this is a really good Hitman game. I enjoy the series. The series is pretty badass. I'm in the mood for some stealth. I really am. I'm in the mood for Agent 47. I'm looking forward to getting through this one. And then I hear there's some type of rumor about a new Hitman game coming, so I'll probably be prepared by the time that comes out. I feel like the summer is a great time to play an action game. And one action game that I should have completed a while ago, but I never got around to doing it, was Vanquish. But I'm determined. I'm going to complete Vanquish this summer. I heard Vanquish is amazing. Lots of people love this game. It's just over the top, balls to the wall, running and gutting with some campy story. I can't be mad at that. Totally down to complete this game. Nier seems to be a cult classic with gamers, and it's about time I complete this game. I played it a few years ago, and I didn't really get that far, and the only thing I remember from the game was the amazing music. I remember the music just being so awesome. So I want to complete this game. Everyone seems to love it, and I definitely want to experience it. Plus, Dragon Guard 3 came out, so you know, I figured I might as well go ahead and complete this game so I can move on to that one. This summer, I'm going to try to make my way through Pikmin 3 for the Wii U. I enjoyed this game. From the 2 hours that I played of it, I enjoyed it. I really did. I'm not the biggest fan of time constraints in video games, and there's time constraints in Pikmin, and I kind of feel attached to my Pikmin because they're so cute, and I don't want them to die. So I feel like I'm going to have to get used to the game a little bit more and play through it. Everyone that has completed the game actually seem to really love it, and I don't see why I wouldn't. It's a beautiful looking game on the Wii U, and the gameplay was pretty rad, so I'm looking forward to it. The last two games that are part of my Summer Backlog Challenge are downloadable. So this first one is available on the Xbox Live Arcade. It is Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I really want to play this game, guys. They just announced Far Cry 4 coming out this fall, and I am stoked. I am so excited for it. Far Cry 3, the year that it came out, that was like my favorite game of that year. That game was amazing. I'm kind of a Far Cry noob. The only one that I've ever played is Far Cry 3, and I loved it to pieces. So I want to get through Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Heard it's a great shooter, really retro-esque, you know, goes back to the 80s, has some references to the 80s, so that'll be great. The last game is available on the Nintendo Wii U eShop. The game originally came out on the Nintendo Game Boy Advance. I have the Game Boy Advance version, but I want to play the Wii U Virtual Console version of Wario Land 4. Now, I started playing it a couple of weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it. It seems like a platformer that's right up my alley. It's all types of crazy. Wario's an awesome character, so I am really looking forward to playing that game, and maybe I'll stream a little bit of that as well. So those are the games that are part of my Summer Backlog Challenge for 2014. You know, I did show you guys 10 games, and I know I'm not going to get through all 10, but my goal is to complete 5 of those games, and I think I could do it. I'm feeling pretty confident. If I get through more than 5 games, that's even better. For me, my Summer Backlog Challenge starts today, May 29th, and it's going to run all the way up until September 30th. That's about right. That's like the end of the summer, isn't it? I would love to know what games you guys will be playing this summer as part of your Summer Backlog Challenge. What games have been on your shelf for years that you never got around to playing or you never completed it? Definitely let me know in the comment box below, or make your own video. That'll be even better. Everyone should feel free to participate. I mean, you guys are just challenging yourself so that you can kind of get rid of some of those games in your backlog, and I can't wait to hear your responses. So I want to thank everyone for watching this video, and I'll check you next time.